I just want to know who's in charge of this. Who was in charge of allowing Alexis Mac Allister to mark Dan Burn, the tallest man in the pitch, probably the tallest man in world football, 6'7" Dan Burn, is being marked by Alexis Mac Allister. Liverpool's like second shortest player in the whole squad. Like, make it make sense. And before this goal even happened, this cross happened twice or three times before this. Mac Allister lost those two duels against Dan Burn as well. It was coming. It was coming. It was literally coming. You could see it. But then even this header, you have to ask yourself now, should Alisson have started? Because a lot of people are criticizing Keller, saying, how could you have allowed this goal to happen as well? Because, yeah, fair enough. Look how far out he is. He's even further away from the... It looks like he's closer to the penalty box, but he was far away. He was very far away. I'm so disappointed. It's like I'm not even that angry. I'm disappointed. But you know what? I'm a Liverpool page. I will talk about Liverpool, but I have to mention Newcastle as well. Because fair play Newcastle. A 2-1 scoreline is very, very flattering to Liverpool. You know what? We didn't show up today. That was not a cup final performance, right? And I would have been less disappointed if we lost had us given all of our effort. But we didn't, right? Because Newcastle wanted the 50-50s more. They wanted the loose balls more. They were a lot more physical. They outplayed us, but not in terms of tactics. They outplayed us in terms of energy, in terms of, doing that dirty part of the game a bit where a cross comes in and then, you just push the player slightly just before the challenge comes. Things like that Newcastle mastered in this game. It's the fine margins in football sometimes, and that's what helped Newcastle get over the line today. Certain players never show up. It has to be said. Salah had his chances, man. He never get that much supply in the first half especially, but yeah, there was. It's just like if the team clicks, Salah clicks. The team never clicked today. The team never clicked against PSG. That's the thing. Like Mo Salah, there are moments, there are maybe a handful of games within his Liverpool career where he's definitely rescued us. Taking us, dragging us over the line. He's done it so much this season. Liverpool are heavily overachieving this season. If we manage to win the Premier League title, then yeah, that was a massive overachievement. And Salah is the reason why, if we do win this Premier League, it will be because of him. It will be because you can see that this team still has a lot of work. Arne Slot has a lot of work to do with this team. But yeah, I'm just on Salah. I think, yeah, he clicks a lot more when the team does as well. And I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of moments now, the PSG game and this game, now where when he's invisible also, then definitely Liverpool do not get anything from that game. I'm sure a lot of Liverpool fans like myself are disappointed because a lot of players I would have hoped would have bounced back now after that PSG game, the likes of Mac Allister, right? It's like Liverpool, they lose in the midfield battles. And that's what made us so good at the beginning of the season. But Vitinha in the PSG midfield, today Joe Linton, the Newcastle midfield, when you lose the midfield battle, you essentially lose the game. And yeah, that's why I feel it's been happening in the past 2 games now. Liverpool's midfield are playing like 3 players who are broken and 1 out. Gravenberch, Mac Allister, Szoboszlai. Slot needs to rotate them more. This was a perfect game for Endo because Newcastle are such a physical team. Endo would have done well in this game, in my opinion, because there was moments now when he wanted to keep Gravenberch on and still, fiddle around with the team. But no, man, just play Endo. And then Harvey Elliott, you guys could see he was unlocking this Newcastle defense. So many good balls in between the lines, cutting the lines. Why is he not playing Harvey Elliott more? Yeah, I so much things to talk about, man. And now this is the last trophy that we can possibly win this season, right? No Champions League, no FA Cup, no Carabao Cup. This is still in our hands. And there's not supposed to be a title race, but now this team is actually, not even going to lie, making me slightly concerned, right? Pick up the performances. Otherwise, this is now starting to become a bit of a stressful thing. Because, yeah, I mean, Arsenal, I'm not worried about Arsenal. That's the thing. I always said if Liverpool end up, making this title race, entertaining it again, it'll be because of ourselves, not because of Arsenal. We'll be dropping points, right? And we have been. We actually have been. It's just that Arsenal haven't been picking up those points that we've been dropping. But yeah, there's a good way to send off the players because I feel like the likes of Salah, Trent, after the Champions League exit and now not winning this Carabao Cup, I feel like those 2 guys are going to be gone. I always said Van Dijk might stay. I still strongly believe Van Dijk will stay. But I think Salah and Trent, after the Champions League exit and this now, yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to those guys after the Premier League campaign comes to an end.